Ooh, it tells you now. That's a bit official. And then he went to the health talk and he came back and he said, you should have gone, put me in touch with Gabby, and Gabby went to school with Potter. So that's how that connection's there. And because Gabby did a big road trip down here to Christchurch. Anyway, I got in touch with Gabby and she told me to go to this event. So I eventually did in Hamilton because I was up there visiting family, stewed on it, got haunted by Isagenix and wanted to know what the fuss was about and all these weirdos, and decided to give it a go. And over a period, I've lost some weight. I sleep beautifully. I had real bad sleeping problems. I talk about that quite a lot. Like I was scared to go to bed, but Ionix is my best friend. And then money started to come in, and now Isagenix pays us every week. It pays our mortgage, and it is able to us to help out my Potter's parents. We've been able, my sister's in a bit of a situation, and we've been able to help her. We've been able to donate money to animal charities. We've just been able to breathe out a hell of a lot more. And it's crazy that, and like a prime example, just in March this year, I hiked the Abel Tasman with my friend, and I was MIA for a week, didn't look at my phone, and got back into reception on the Monday, and $900 was in my bank account, and I didn't do anything. So that's the power of it. Phenomenal. So that's a little bit about me. And this is a call tonight about time. And I think this is a really important thing to understand for new people and people like me that have compared myself to other people that have built faster than me in the past and felt really bad and low and not good enough to do Isagenix or be successful. So this information I want to share with you is not from me. It's something that I've learned from a podcast, and I've just going to reenact it. And I want you to think that it's something that you can pass on to your new people that are interested in the business, because I think if they grasp this, they're going to stick around and have more understanding of what it takes about their concept of time, because we need to change our thinking of time. And also, if you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, or you're looking sideways at people that are building faster than you, then maybe you need to think about this for yourself too. So I've got notes, and sorry, I'm still adding people in. I think we're all good. Gosh, there's so many people. I'm not even going to look. So one of the things you see on your journey is people quit Isagenix, and they'll quit network marketing and they'll go somewhere else. And the big question is, why do they quit? And I believe from listening to this podcast that they don't know the one fundamental truth, and that is how to view time. And we all know that people, when they join Isagenix, they're most likely got other things going on in their life, like a job and a family, and they're already busy, right? And then we go and say, go talk to people and help them get started, and blah, blah, and that can be hugely overwhelming, and they can give you the excuse, like I did, that I don't have enough time. Sorry, I'm just going to mute people. Sorry for being rude and shutting you up. Okay, so we all know that there's 24 hours in a day, right? That's a no-brainer, and we all are busy. Everyone that you sign up into Isagenix, they're already busy people. They've got their hobbies, they've got their family, they've got their job. That's obvious. But we can't hold on to time, and it's forever moving. And within the 24-hour day, if we break it down into 3 segments, we would call them the first 8 hours, the second 8 hours, and the third 8 hours. And most people, as I've said, start their Isagenix business with other jobs at the same time. And that's not going to change. And the purpose is to build the Isagenix business so they can have the option to leave their job. But so if we learn and we understand and we teach about the 8-hour principle, they're going to understand more and have more of an understanding of what they're in for. And like I said, look sideways and think I can't do this. So the third 8 hours of the day is critical. So you've got the first 8 hours is for sleep, the second 8 hours is for work, and the third 8 hours collectively here and there between making lunches and doing the vacuuming, you can grab snippets here and there, brushing your teeth, all that stuff that we do within that third 8 hours. We can borrow some time from that third 8 hours to reinvest so that over time, what we earn from that third 8 hours can overtake the full-time income from the second 8 hours. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm sorry, I have to add more people. So we've got 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, the average person, right? And then we've got the third 8 hours. The third 8 hours, we're going to borrow time to reinvest into our business. We're going to steal time. So we have to make sacrifices. Build up so that we can get rid of less of the 8 hours that we work, okay? And time is linear. This is how we view time all the time. How long have you been doing your Isagenix business? How long have you been married? How long have you been working here? Everything is linear, okay? Time is, we're thought about as linear, but in network marketing, it's not how long, it's how many. It's not how long you've been in Isagenix, it's how many people have you spoken to. Okay, so that's where you need to stop looking sideways and go, well, she's been here less time than me and she's doing better than me, because it's how many people have you spoken to, it's not time. So to illustrate what I'm trying to explain, I'm going to tell you a little story. And these numbers are fact. Okay, so 2 people get started with Isagenix with the same sponsor, same pack, same everything, okay? Just keep it simple. And their names are David and Mary. Okay, same sponsor, everything. So Mary hears about the third 8 hours and she borrows time from other blocks of 8 hours to apply simple tasks to build her Isagenix business. And it's I got a phone call, I'm not answering that. It's not my mum. Okay, so she borrows time, okay? And she applies a simple formula, and this formula is true. Stats, it shows in the statistics. So her formula is she talks to 2 new contacts for 4 days of the week. 2 new contacts for 4 days of the week. So that's 2 contacts a day, 4 times a week. 8 contacts a week. 32 new contacts in a month. 96 contacts in 90 days. Okay, so we'll just round it up to 100 people in 90 days is how many people Mary decides to talk to by borrowing time from an 8-hour block. Okay, David, the other dude that got started, same time, same pack, same sponsor, he thinks a little bit differently, and he decides to put the system to the test and find out and get a real good product experience before he even opens his mouth. Okay, but this is what I kind of dabbled in talking to people, and this is what so many people do. They want to have their own experience first before they go and talk to people. And I've learned now that that's a mistake if they want to build the business. Because if we want to go to a movie that we've never been to before, we're not going to go to it 10 times over to make sure that it's a nice movie before we invite our friend Laura. Are we? Like, oh, I better make sure that it's okay before I take Laura to the movies with me. So I'm going to go to that movie 10 times, just double check the popcorn's warm, the Coke is nice and frozen, and then it will be good enough for Laura. Nobody does that, and nobody goes, and there's a new Mexican restaurant down the road. They don't go check out the waitress and make sure she's nice on a Tuesday, and then make sure the chef's there on the Thursday that they like, get it all sorted. go there 20 times over, try 5 things on the menu, just in case if Laura wants to try 5 things on the menu, and then it's good enough for Laura, and they can invite Laura to go with them to that Mexican restaurant. Nobody does that. So why do we have to do it with Isagenix? The reason is because we kind of think that there has to be an icky thing about it before you invite somebody to have a look. And that's not true, because if you just go full disclosure and say, look, I don't know what this is about, but I've heard some great things. My mate Gabby is just looking great. Why don't we give it a go together? No, it's 30-day money back guarantee. And so by having full disclosure that you're ignorant, they're ignorant, then you're already building up the muscle to talk to people. Okay, so stopping and having your experience first, you're already taking a step back. So Mary, going back to her, she doesn't wait, remember? So Mary's just poddling along thinking, okay, I can borrow some time from those 8 hours and see what happens. She's not hurting her relationship, she's giving full disclosure, etc. So Mary ends up presenting to 24 of the 96 people she approaches. So she talks to 100 people, okay? And she only actually carries on the conversation with 24 of them, okay? Out of that 24, only 20% say yes. So you don't think she's doing that good, right? But that's fact. That's 5 people. Mary reached in 90 days. So Mary reached consultant. David, during those 3 months, does nothing and gets nowhere. Okay? Remember, Mary, she's only doing 2 contacts a day, 4 days a week for 90 days. So out of those 5 people, they've enrolled, right? So what has Mary earned? Well, Mary earned, she got 2 people started in the same week. That's double PIB of 400. 2 people joined on smaller packs. That's a PIB of 25. So double that to 50. And 1 person joined during a promotion. So she got $10 for that. She rank advanced, so got $150 for that. And then she cycled twice. So she got $120 for that. So in Mary's first 3 months, she earned $710. What are you laughing at? I hope you're laughing at Gabby diving into her Isagenix shake and not me. Okay, good. Lick the bowl, Gabby. You should see her with, I'm sure you have, with a sachet of like baby sucky things. Oh my God, cracks me up. Okay. Back on track, Anna. So Mary, right? She's excited. She's been paid $710 by just talking to 2 people 4 times a week. That's 3 days off doing nothing, doing her life, okay? So she's excited. She's had fun. She's willing to keep going. David, he's proven that the products work. Yep. But now he's got a long, painful start ahead of him because he has to get going, right? And he's ready to quit. And the next thing is David goes to an event, and this could be extremely motivating for David, and he's got to rocket up his ass afterwards, or in his ho-hum kind of meh attitude, because he hasn't been paid yet, it could be quite detrimental, because at this event, Mary gets up and shares her story and he compares. And because we all have this very deep-seated desire to be congruent, not only does David quit the business, he quits the products. So the point is that if we educate people at the start about borrowing time of the first 8 hours or the second 8 hours to bring it back, and it's only going back to that formula, 2 contacts a day, 4 times a week for 90 days. Just get them to do that and see what happens. 2 contacts a day, 4 days a week. So easy. So it's not how long it takes you to climb to the top of the mountain. It's about continuing to climb until. Because when you get to the top, you have taken the same amount of steps as the person who got there faster. The end.
Go girl. Thank you.
I
Do
love
you
that.
get it though? Like, I really hope that goes through, because it's not time. It's so not, and we can get so flat. I know I have. It's the people. It's not linear in network marketing.
And question, Anna, what would be like, because this is something I totally need to do. If say you enroll someone and they're like, cool, I want to do the business, how do you explain that concept to them? Do you just say, don't compare yourself?
Yeah, that everyone's going to do that. I think I think they need to know that it's a time thing, because there's not so much now, but there's so much rah-rah that you get paid instantly, and the sensible people get that it doesn't go like that, and that's why people stick around. But I really believe that graph that I talk about this all the time, Irene Miller does, with the time over money scale. That was a game changer for me. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So if they're open to having a conversation about their life and their timetable, then you can sit down with them and know what they have on their plate and give them a formula like 2 people a day, 4 times a week. And that's not so overwhelming, because you kind of don't know where to start. Nobody does. Yeah, 2 people a day, 4 times a week. Like, everyone can do that. The Irene Miller chart, I can do it for you now. It's so easy, man. And here's a spare piece of paper. These are all my like nerd notes. And the great thing about it is it's so easy, so you can show people like instantly on a sachet. Is that right?
How much time do you need, Anna? Just a couple minutes?
Extended. Am I taking my time? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was gonna say I'll just talk if you needed a minute, but you got it. Let's go. Perfect.
Thank you. So can people see that? I'll just Is that good? So time and money. So here is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Okay, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in your first year, you put in a shit ton of time, and it fucking sucks, because nobody says yes. You don't know what you're doing. You're banging your head against the wall. You get mum to say yes. What is it? Uncle, dad to say yes. Okay. And it's dumb. You're like, I'm not getting anywhere. Everyone else is winning. I'm a loser. Second year, if you keep going because you know the formula, it starts to like get all right, and you're getting your products paid for. You've got a few more date nights, putting in heaps of time still, but you know, this is all right. Third year, hey, you're able to like go on a holiday, or I don't know, get more date nights, or get like a knee shot a day instead of just a shake a day. You know, this is pretty cool. Getting more fun, more time here though. Not as much as here, like it wasn't as hitting your head against the wall here. Fourth year, fifth year, holy shamola. That's where, and Irene describes it as pushing a door, and you're pushing so hard, and then whoosh, it just goes. So that's where you got to keep the faith, right? Is here around these 5-year mark. And then it just goes more and more and more. This is where I am. So I'm not rolling in it, but I'm paying my mortgage each week, so that what we earn in our other jobs, we're just living on. And so it's like living mortgage free, and that's the ultimate goal for most Kiwis, right? So I'm going to carry on and see what happens down here. But this is, I reckon most people need to see this, because we celebrate people on social media here, but nobody sees this. The fuck, this sucks. Yeah. that's the time over money graph. Anyone can do that, and I think it's really powerful to see. Cool. Any other questions? Team Dream Achiever. Oh yeah, 9 o'clock tonight we've got the crystal call, and somebody asked if it's
Amazing, Anna. That is super
recorded.
helpful.
It
Can you
is
hear me?
recorded. Oh yeah, sorry, I was just talking, but yeah. Thank you. It was a short, sweet one,
That
but
was
I think it
amazing.
landed well.
I've just got a couple of reminders before you guys jump off. Can you guys hear me, or is my internet dodgy?
No. Go.
Oh man, my internet's crappy, but I might be a bit delayed. I just wanted to remind you guys that there's free shipping on all the Stella Toile, any